Good evening, Gym Rocks. Welcome to Royal Oasis Spa for You Educational Tidbits. My name is Zenobia, licensed esthetician in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. For those who are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by today. Please view all of my other educational videos to learn more about Royal Oasis Spa for You. Don't forget to click that subscribe and notification button to be the first to receive notifications when educational tidbits videos are uploaded. We want you to stay up to date with the latest content from your favorite creator, moi, the queen. And I share my business with my sidekick, Corey, who's also a licensed esthetician, caters to the male clientele. Corey specializes in the beard treatments, beard maintenance, and those males who are struggling with growing their beard. Ask about our handmade organic Nobleman beard balm and beard oil. And if you want to keep in touch and know what's happening in our world, engage with us in conversations, listen to our inspirational podcast every Friday at noon, or just for entertainment, you can just do a soft subscribe and follow me on any of my social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Royal Oasis Spa. Now, if you're seeking more of a focal point of my business, and want to learn more about my services and treatments that we provide, feel free to tour my website at Royal Oasis Spa GJC, dash GJC.com. So let me say that again, Royal Oasis Spa dash GJC.com. So today, let's do a tidbit on infection control. Very important, very important. For those of you estheticians that have your own spa or you have your own beauty establishment, I know it must have been an exciting time in your life, and so many emotions and activities are taking place. And as I am going through those emotions now, as I am preparing for my grand opening, you were at a point to have no doubt that you are a skilled esthetician. You passed your state board exams. You got the talent it takes to attract and retain clients. You have your packages together. You have your niche, whether it's being a medical esthetician, a holistic esthetician, a wax specialist, sales rep, makeup artist. And once you knew you opened the door to your business, it was game on. Like you, me, we are opening ourselves up to taking a risk of many things in this business. And but we must have the basic sense of infection control. So being a beauty professional is not just rewarding experience, is also a great responsibility. And because one careless action could cause injury or spread a disease, and not knowing the protocols can be a stumbling block for many experienced estheticians who are great in their craft but don't take the necessary time to learn, or take the time to learn on how to prevent infection control. So practicing good infection techniques ensures that every part of your spa experience, or the spa experience you create for your clients, support their overall health and their well-being. So developing a reputation by word of mouth for having a very clean and hygienic treatment room can do wonders for your business, because clients will be happy to get on your books repeatedly if they know you have good habits, you have good practice techniques that you're using every day when it comes to practicing infection control. So we're taught in school effective infection controls also influence the professional image of your establishment. See, a client's first impression begins the moment the door is open. So a clean environment should extend beyond each professional's immediate work area. We all know there will always be a percentage of estheticians who are sloppy, who are negligent, or irresponsible when it comes to following infection control protocols and procedures. We got to keep it real. So fortunately for you, we're having this conversation, this educational tidbit conversation, to give you a great opportunity to distinguish your business and set yourself apart from or as an outstanding esthetician. So proper infection control practices will be part of your work as an esthetician for your entire career. You are accountable for your clients as a beauty professional to use proper and effective infection control methods that will safeguard your health and your clients' health. So it's imperative to help prevent accidents and injuries from occurring in your treatment room. So if you're asking, what is infection control? So, according to the My Lady Aesthetics book, infection control is caused by pathogenic organisms that enter the body. So, pathogenic means harmful. So, the one thing we learned in aesthetic school, and our instructor was a stickler on this, and that was infection control. One must have thorough understanding and practice proper infection control within the laws and rules to protect the client, yourself, meaning your license and your business. So today we're going to do a refresher for those who are watching and those who are seasoned estheticians or new esties. So let's go over the vocabulary of infection control and having an understanding of the vocabulary. So we have cleaning, we have sanitizing, disinfecting, and sterilizing. So when we go do the first step, which is cleaning, that is a mechanical process using soap and water or detergent and water to remove all of the visible dirt, from the skin, from the surfaces, from your tools, whatever you may be using. Okay, that's the first step in facial treatments. That's the first step in your treatment room to clean everything: soap and water, detergent and water. Mechanical, that means physical, like a brush or a sponge or a scrub to physically remove the dirt, oil on your skin. Sanitizing is a chemical process. So it's like you use the products that both clean and disinfect. So by doing this step, it reduces the number of disease causing germs on clean surfaces to a safe level. When you're doing the disinfecting step, that's also a chemical process like bleach, alcohol, peroxide, and iodine. So these destroy microorganisms living on the surfaces or on the object. So think of bacteria, think of viruses, think of fungi on the implements and environmental surfaces. So it's more so of an application of an antibacterial substance. Sterilizing. This is the process that destroys all microbial life, including spores. So usually with the use of an autoclave. Now, if you don't know what an autoclave is, let's unravel that mystery. So I print one out. So it's a machine for sterilizing things and to keep your implements germ free. And sometimes you would hear in the field the autoclave is called a sterilizer. So they're a bit like a giant pressure cooker that use the combination of power, pressure, and temperature to kill off microbes that might survive a simple wash or wipe with hot water and detergents. So this is a picture that I have of an autoclave. So there is microorganisms, there's bacteria, there's yeast, there's fungi, and viruses, living creatures that we cannot see with our naked eye. And these nasty things makes people sick and they are contagious. So for example, like let's look at bacteria. Bacteria, you know that it can exist almost everywhere, anywhere, on the skin, in water, in the air, in decayed matter, in environmental surfaces, in body secretions, on clothing, under the free edge of nails. There are thousands of different kinds of bacteria. So most bacteria are harmless. Again, non-pathogenic. And if you come in contact with them, then they don't cause a disease always. So if you think of viruses, according to My Lady Aesthetics book, is a submicroscopic particle that infects and resides in the cells of a biological organism. So they cause common colds and other respiratory and gastrointestinal infections. Yeah. So all of the activity we will perform throughout the day, we must minimize the risk of infection to our clients and ourselves to avoid any contamination of your tools and products. And one thing that I use on my facial table or facial bed or your chair, whatever you call it, my equipment, I wipe down my products and my bottles, everything with Cavicide. So let me show you. So for those of you that don't know, what Cavicide is, and don't know how to use it, I want you to get your notepad and get your pencil and jot these gems down that I'm putting down out here. Carbicide is a surface disinfectant that kills harmful organisms on most non-porous surfaces. So non-porous means not allowing liquid or air to pass through it, which basically mean they are waterproof. They cannot be penetrated by bacteria or other microorganisms. Um, Non-porous do not have any holes or pores. That's how I remember it. Porous is the opposite of that. It has small holes or pores in them. So just think of paper, fabric, asphalt, or concrete. Um, there's an active ingredient in cavicide that kills the pathogens that remain on the surfaces for a considerable amount of time after application. So continuing to kill pathogens well after the first initial application. Cavicide cleans, it disinfects. It is used in operating rooms, patient care areas, laboratories, all medical settings, daycare settings like toys, stools, cribs, bathroom fixtures, even in dental offices. So Carbicide works within 3 minutes to kill fungi, bacteria, Cavicide, I even have the spray as well, and the wipes. So Cavicide works even 2 minutes to kill hepatitis B and C, herpes simplex 1 and 2, human coronavirus, HIV, influenza virus, SARS. So if you have the spray, like I just showed you, the spray and the wipes, Cavicide is ready to use. This baby is ready to use. Only 17% alcohol, but this stuff has some stuff in here, and it has the power to kill like tuberculosis, viruses, fungi, and bacteria within minutes. So you do not need to dilute the carbicide. It is ready to use. It's a frontline defense against those nasty little pathogen aliens. And if you're using the carbicide wipes or spray on your children's toys, I highly recommend for you to rinse your children's toys and then let it air dry. So let me tell you, carbicide is harmful if you inhale it, if it gets splashed in your eyes. So take the precautions when using the cleaner. Read the instructions, read the manufacturer instructions, know what to do and what not to do. And also, when using these carbicide wipes or the spray, wear gloves. I'm telling you, wear gloves because you can have an allergic reaction or a skin reaction. It would tear your skin up. So protect your skin and wear the gloves. I'm going to share with you also what was taught to me as the best method and the best routine. Things you can do to avoid making the most common infection control mistakes. Clean all of your tools in warm or hot water with soap before disinfecting them. So remember, you clean first and then you disinfect. And only use disinfectants that are EPA, Environmental Protection Agency approved, that kills tuberculosis and polio. Now, EPA, if you don't know what that is or what they do or what their function is, it is the government agency responsible for protecting human health and the environment. It regulates all antimicrobial product labels and any associated efficacy claims. So I see you looking at me funny, you're looking at this screen funny. Yes, these two infectious diseases are some of the most resistant out there. So if your disinfectant kills these, tuberculosis and polio, it will kill everything. And here's another thing. Anything that is single use, throw them away properly after the one time you use it. I have seen during aesthetic school how people were using fan brushes over and over again. Fan brushes over and over again. That is nasty. So if you can buy your brushes in bulk, please do so. This one has not been used. This is just for demo only. No, I'm not going to use it on anybody because I can have my hands and stuff all over it. I don't do that. So throw your brushes away after each client. For waxers, do not double dip. Don't double dip. Get a new stick every single time. I hate when I used to, I do go to the nail shops every now and then to get my nails done when I have events or speaking engagements. But when I go to the nail shops, I don't even allow them to wax my eyebrows anymore. They use the same stick. They don't change the stick. The stick is sitting in that wax all day. I don't even believe they even changed the wax. They be blowing their breath on the wax. No, no, no. So always wear your gloves when waxing, especially when performing like Brazilian, and bikini waxing, when the follicles are left open, things it can bleed, especially because that area, that intimate area down there, has thick, coarse hair, and most importantly, that person could be experiencing a breakout. So not wearing gloves in those intimate areas, you could possibly contract herpes through broken skin. If you are doing hair removal of the eyebrows, apply antiseptic to the eyebrow area, safely. Do that safely before and after performing this procedure. This is on the state board practical exam, but some people, they do not do this, but this is why we had to do it, during the exam, because it's protocol. Another tidbit is always, always, always clean your work surfaces between each client. Yes, you have to do that. And again, and then do it again at the end of the day. Strip the linen, strip the blankets, clean and disinfect your tools, clean your floor, your doorknobs, bathrooms, trash cans, whatever it may be. Clean everything. If it's in the room, it has to be clean. If it was on your tray and you didn't use it, it has to be thrown away. When you take off your gloves, do so in a way. Let me get my gloves to show you. Get your gloves and do so in a way that turns them inside out as you peel them off. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put the gloves on. So when you put your gloves on, you start taking them off by the wrist. So our instructor told us to make a tent, right? And if this hand had gloves on, so let's pretend that I have gloves on this hand. You lift it up like make a tent, and then you pull it from the wrist, starting with the wrist, and turn it inside out. Okay, gloves are very important every time you come in contact with clients' blood, their body fluids, secretions, excretions, non-intact skin, and mucous membrane. This is a standard precaution because you must assume that all blood, body fluids are potential sources of infection. You got to assume every person that comes in your chair is an infection because you don't know, and everybody's not going to tell you the truth when they fill out the form. They're not going to tell you the truth. So when you are ready to perform like a facial service or a treatment, wash your hands, sanitize your hands all the way up to your forearm. Yes, I say all the way up to your forearm because if you're doing a back facial, some people, they use their forearms and everything and to massage the muscles in the skin. So wash, your forearm. If you touch your client's hair, rewash and sanitize your hands again. When performing facial treatments, you are at the step that you're ready to perform extractions, especially with those clients who has cystic acne. I can't get my words out today. And those that do not use tools, they use their fingers. Wrap your fingers up with aesthetic gauze. Cystic acne, thank you. Wrap your fingers with aesthetic gauze or tissue to perform manual extractions, and always wear gloves when working, especially on acne skin. When you are using multiple towels, have a basket or a hamper or your laundry disposable bag available to place your soiled towels in them. Um, Put things in its proper place. And this goes without saying. Develop a habit of doing laundry daily because mold and fungus may grow on unwashed laundry left in the basket or hamper. Infectious material transfer from one person to another, and that can result in skin infections and blood poisoning. If you haven't having unsanitary implements and combs and nail files and shears, this is like, those implements act like a vehicle for allowing pathogenic organisms like microbes and germs to be transmitted between people. So although much of the bacteria found on surfaces is benign, but there are a number of organisms that have potential to wreak havoc on unsuspecting victims. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about those germs and those things. I can't pronounce this word, so I have it on my phone so I can pronounce it correctly. Staphylococci. Staphylococci. Okay, Staphylococci is present in skin abscesses, pustulas, and boils. And then the streptococci is found in blood poisoning, diplococci that causes pneumonia, gonococci causes that cause gonorrhea, and meningococci causes meningitis. Excuse me if I'm saying these wrong. And bacilli produces such a disease as influenza, tuberculosis, and typhoid. So these types of bacteria can and do easily enter the body a number of ways: through the mouth, food, liquids, or items placed in the mouth, through the nose and the mouth when breathing, through the eyes by dirty hands or items like unclean contact lenses, through breaks or wounds in the skin. I'm talking about all areas, not just aesthetics, and everything. So now when you are talking about the skin, antiseptic solutions will be used in many instances when used on the skin, like common antiseptics in salon environments like alcohol. They use that on the skin. Iodine, that's a good antiseptic to use on the skin. And hydrogen peroxide is a solution for minor wounds. So I would, hopefully you know this, but never use germicide when it comes to placing it on the skin. Another thing I want to point out is ventilation in your treatment room. Good ventilation in your spa or salon is very helpful and it's inviting. So you want circulation of fresh air while removing stale air and pollutants. Enclosed spaces, and some people might not think about this, but enclosed spaces is where accumulation of odors, bacteria, and mold can occur. So be mindful to maintain indoor air quality, controlling the temperature and the humidity control, and also for enhanced comfort and client experience. So there is so much to discuss about infection control, but remember, this is a tidbit, so I want to be respectful of your time. You should always refresh yourself with infection control to keep it in the muscle memory. Keeping healthy is the key to enjoying many years of professional life and personal success. When you are healthy, and when you are healthy and your treatment room is healthy, you have the energy to give your clients the best and the safest experience. So today, I want you to take pride in your profession and in your knowledge that you learned today, or you learned while you was in aesthetic school, and the knowledge that you learned while being in the treatment room. I'm not here to scare you in any way, but to make you aware and inform you how to be successful in your business. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have taken away some valuable information from this educational tidbit. Please feel free to comment and share this video whenever you are out there, wherever you are out there in your journey. I hope you're having a blessed day. Thanks again so much for watching. Share it, like it, comment on it. God bless you all. Peace.